Alistair, people have spoken a lot about the majesty and the pomp ceremony of the British crown. And we don't forget that there are many people who have a lot of hostile attitude towards the British crown, saying that it is too entitled and we are living in a Republican age and we don't need a crown, and that they're expensive, but they have a lot of money though that they spend on their own. There was a debate about a year ago about them being spoiled brats in the British system, and so on. Speak to this level of resentment that is still in the system against the monarchy.
Yes, well, as you will agree, there's always opposition in almost every aspect of life. So with the situation in the United Kingdom, and as you rightly mentioned as well, from the grandchildren also, that is where the resentment comes from. People who are not royalists and do not want the monarchy made a lot of noise regarding it. And of course, with the suffering and the one has to use the word, the level of poverty in the country as well, demand that people felt that those who are absolutely rich, like the royal family, should reduce the taxpayers' money that they feel they are spending all out. So you will have that. And the situation really now, as highlighted, is now they have a king. That again may sway some of them to recognize that the queen, who they love so much, has finally departed. And now they have a new subject, a new sovereign, and somebody who, on his own right, has been making a lot of comment, global comment, but most especially on issues to do with the environment in the United Kingdom, on the green eco system, and contributing to policy idea, policy direction. And he never really shied away from writing what he feels is necessary for the people, or what he felt is necessary for the government to consider when they begin to implement their policies or write out their policies. So now you have now have King Charles III, who somehow may change a little bit from the prince that he was, making a lot of contribution on almost every subject that matter and that is close to his heart. He may now withdraw to just focus on being king, being a neutral king, but for the subject of the people. And again, you will agree that he is one subject that has been trained all his life. He's more than 70, but you can agree that for the last 70 years as well, he has been trained to become the king. And almost everybody that knows the royal family knows that he is the next in charge. And of course, now that has happened. He's expected back to London today in St. James to begin to do the discussion of probably the next 10 days of what they have to do. And then before meeting the Privy Council, and then now they will now officially begin to think of the necessary thing to do. And of course, then they will talk about the coronation. But it is going to be very expensive. The United Kingdom is already facing a lot of crisis in terms of economy, energy, and people are demanding government to do things to soften the issues that they're facing. And now Her Majesty the Queen has finally left. So there will be a lot of sadness, a lot of challenges for government, and more so for King Charles. But of course, he is the king and they will survive.